Alright, Aquatic Keepers, bringing you another video of my why did you buy that? This is kind of a two-parter because this goes for all my tanks, kind of except the one that's out in the outside, because it's going to eventually be in all of them, but I figured I'll do it since I have the bag now. As I said in my last video, this is Ocean Direct Caribbean Live Sand. It is Caribbean Seas Aragonite. Is used by the foremost public aquariums, research, government institutes, and professionals worldwide. It's proven to reduce nitrates. And let me focus it. That's all the technological stuff. Everything that's in it. Which, like, all I know is it got some mullets in it. And then this is also something I was looking at, and I'm hoping. Okay. I'm hoping all of that stuff, the calcium carbonate, I can't read that one, magnesium, and phosphates, and those other two I can't read. I'm not going to try on camera. I'm hoping that adds a lot of minerals and stuff to the 10-gallon to get the pH up. And then that'll be good for when I have the shrimp in there, have them a lot of stuff. It's also millions of natural live bacteria per pound, buffers for the life of the system, and biocoat surface residual for something of carbon minerals and those silicone. I'm just doing this straight through, so I'm gonna stumble through words. These why did I buy that? I want them to be as honest as possible, no script, no anything like that. It also has a free I won't focus. A free biomagnet bacteria clearer fire. Which those work really good. When I put this in, this is a 5-pound bag. I put 40 pounds in my 36-gallon. And I had to use that because I put the water in first, and then I put in, because I mixed the water in the tank because I didn't feel like trying to get 36 gallons. It's actually only 30 gallons I think I end up putting in there. But I didn't feel like trying to get that and mix it up separately. Because I didn't have enough stuff to mix it up separately, so. But also, if you look at the back here, see if I can bring in the light, make it a little bit easier to see. I'm gonna read this top part. You can't see it on camera, but it says Store Ocean Direct. But alright, those are all the instructions and stuff though. Thought there was more on there. But basically with this stuff, what I'm gonna do is I put this in a saltwater tank. Honestly, I put it in the saltwater tank because it's what we had at my store. And it was when I had my other 30% off last time during the summer. Is when I bought this. I bought the 40-pound bag. But also, CaramC seems to be very recommended. A lot of people use it and stuff. So that was another way. After I bought it, the one local fish store I go to, he actually came in and I was talking to him about it. And he said this stuff's really good because what this is this is taken straight out of the ocean, hence the name Ocean Direct. So this stuff has all the bacteria you'll find in the ocean in this. And a lot of people always wonder, oh, this has no water in it. How can the bacteria still be alive? Well, the reason this doesn't have water in it is because it has a sea breeze technology. And what that does is it's proven up to 1,000 times more live bacteria than other methods. That's because these are breathable bags. And I know if you're in the shrimp community, you know about breathable bags because that's how a lot of shrimp people like sending shrimp and selling them online. But basically, breathing bags is air can go in and out of this bag. There's probably like, I don't know the scientific, but I'm guessing there's like micro holes where we can't see them, but you get a microscope, there's probably holes all in these bags. So these bags are breathing. That's why if you see the sand, you probably can't see it on camera, but the sand's a little wet. And that's what it does is the wetness, you know, keeps it where the animals can breathe because they just need to keep their gills wet. That's like a fish. If you take a fish out of water, as long as its gills are wet, it can breathe. It can take it out of the atmosphere. But as soon as its gills get dry, and that's when they start basically drowning from not having air because they can't breathe unless their gills are wet. Like I have land hermit crabs. The same thing goes with them. They need a high humidity because like they've not like the saltwater ones where they can live in the water, but they breathe through their gills, and so they have to keep their gills wet. If the gills dry out, they basically can't breathe. So that's why this is really good because it has a lot of bacteria in it. So it helps your start early. That's one of the things I contribute to my starting early, and that's the reason in my saltwater tank I got just the dry rock because this was going to bring all my live bacteria anyways. And I didn't have to worry about with this. I don't have to worry about dying off. One thing with this though is that I think a snail, I haven't seen them in a while, but I think a snail might have came in through this. So you might get a couple creatures, but you know, nothing too big. Like one snail isn't going to do anything. Even if he breeds, he's probably not going to do much. I don't know for sure if he actually did come out of here or not. I mean, anybody, you can leave comments and let me know. Because he actually, okay, so the thing is, in that tank, when I cleaned out my 36 gallon to turn it into the salt water and put the sand in there, all the substrate I had in there, I took as much as I could out, and I actually left just a little bit in there. I figured, hey, it'll be some organic bacteria, but it was mainly just the dirt. A little bit of dirt that I couldn't get out without dumping out the whole tank. And I didn't feel like moving that tank because I'm not a very tall person, so my arms can't really fit around there like I could have, but I still ran the risk of like breaking it, and I didn't want to do that, so I just filled it up. So he couldn't have still been in the substrate. He couldn't have been on the glass somewhere. I had a Nerite snail actually make it through there, so no telling how he couldn't have survived and been a Malaysian trumpet snail. But I'm not too sure. Like they're not supposed to be able to sustain such high salt, but people have said they have done it. He didn't look exactly like him, but you know, he also had stuff on his shell, so I couldn't tell for sure. So that also couldn't have been another thing. So I'm not saying that this brand has snails in it. I'm just saying either he came in either that way, or because in my opinion, that's the more likelihood, or he couldn't have just been a Malaysian trumpet snail that was able to survive the salt, because they're pretty hard. If you had fresh water, you'll know. But also, yeah, but I mean, the sand and for the salt water, I love it. Can't do anything about it. Now I'm going to get into why I have it in my freshwater tank, so I'm going to put it in there. The thing is, like I said, with all that stuff that it helps do, the calcium, you know, will bring up your pH and help out your pH and stuff. So I can bring up my pH in my tanks. I'm gonna go by, I think it was Solid Gold's video she had on how much stuff to put in there. But I guess she does it, use the calcium. They use crushed coral. But I'm gonna have this back. I'm gonna have it sitting back on my hang on the back like breeder and stuff, kind of like the refugium I have on there. I'm gonna put a bigger one on my 10 gallon. But I'm gonna have shrimp and stuff in there, so I wanted something they can, you know, pick through and stuff like that. That wasn't a really big grain. I didn't want a big grain, you know, nothing like that. if I have some diggers or something in there, something soft for them to dig through. And so that's why I went with this. Plus, with it being on clearance, it was about the same amount at the cheapest place I found it for almost the same amount a pound. So that's why I ended up with this, and I'm hoping that that'll bring up my pH at least some. I'll in the next plant video, I'll let you know about what's going on with that tank and my thoughts. But that's what I'm hoping happens with that. I think that's all I had to say today. Oh, and I just wanted, in case you didn't see my pet store haul and my information, let me just explain that with this being live sand. I'm sorry, that's my birds flapping. They're a little upset because they want to eat, but if I fed them, then instead of flapping, all you would hear is tick, 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 tick. Because one of them, my two that I have in one of the cages, they'll keep pecking, and all you'll hear is pecking throughout the whole video. So the occasional flying wasn't as bad as hearing the pecking. But yeah, what I was going to say is, with this being live sand, the issue with that is that, you know, you're probably you're putting live saltwater sand into a freshwater gallon tank. Well, what will happen is that sand will just die off. And I'm not going to use all this sand. So just the first, probably initial stuff I put in there will have live. Because this bag, once you open it, according to what I'm assuming what they say is, because they say don't open it until you're ready to use it. So probably all the live stuff will die out. Probably because it'll start drying out after that. You know, the water is not going to hold in there, and it's going to start drying out because you have a more open area for moisture to slip out. So you're going to have it where it's going to get dry. But yeah, like I said, I love this brand. I love the company. You know, but that's pretty much it. Wish I had a better picture of this, but for some reason, nothing wants to give light. I have a little lamp here, but the lamp... There we go. Yeah. The lamp still isn't doing as well. This might show up better. I usually have my phone low on light, so that might be something to it. It just looks low to me. But, alright, let me see here. The last people who did on this is technically my Planet Week, so I'm going to do the people who did that video. It was Reef Girl. Go check her channel out. Really nice channel. And Bay Area Reefs both commented on my channel, so I want to thank you guys. Appreciate everything you said. And everything. But yeah, I think that's it for this. So I'll see you later, Aquatic Keepers. Bye.